Hello guys and welcome back to Aquatic Life and Theme Parks. In today's video I'm going to be talking about everything that came out yesterday from Paulton's Park Superfan Day 2025. Now if you don't know what Paulton's Park Superfan Day is, it's pretty much where all of their fans, all the content creators will go to the park in the evening, get a behind the scenes look at some of their rides, and they will be presented with a presentation on what's coming in the next few years for Paulton's Park. And let me tell you now, some amazing investments are happening to Paulton's Park throughout the foreseeable future. So let's start off with Ghostly Manor that opened yesterday.
Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? At last! Ghosts have escaped from my spectral containment units. Now it's up to you to recapture them.
So obviously Ghostly Manor was revealed last year in 2024 at IAPA, and it was an amazing investment for the park. It was following a ghost hunter that has been capturing these ghosts over the foreseeable years, and then they've all just escaped, and you've got to help the person, the ghost hunter, to capture his ghost back. And obviously there was a lot of build up to this throughout 2024 and throughout 2025 as well, from probably monthly construction updates, every few weeks construction updates, which was amazing. I followed them, and shout outs to Paulton's Park team who put them all together. Alongside that, they released mini adverts on all the ghosts you're going to be seeing. I think there was an ice ghost, and obviously there was sort of a green ghost that were revealed at the beginning of this year. And then obviously it opened yesterday, and looking at some of the pictures and obviously looking at those construction updates, the queue line looks amazing. There are mirrors and screens that show actual ghosts, which will interact with the guests. There's a rocking chair, which is really cool. It pretty much rocks by itself to act like someone is sitting on there. There's a chair sort of stacked together, which is really clever. But what I like about Ghostly Manor, is that it's themed perfectly, and that's really what Paulton's Park is really good at, theming. When it comes to Paulton's Park, theming is the #1 thing that they focus on. Like, the facade is amazing, but obviously there was no trees behind it, and you'll notice if you're going to the park over the next few weeks, if you look at Ghostly Manor and just next to it, there's like this board full of trees. They're not real trees, they're fake trees, and that's what I really like about it. Now, they also mentioned in their live yesterday, when they put this live on YouTube, obviously they put it live on YouTube as well, so people at home who couldn't make it to Superfans Day could watch it at the comfort of their own home. They revealed that they made some investment into the Show Street, which has their first aid and education centre, and they did refurbed all of that and added a bit of theming to Ghostly Manor to make it look like the mansion of the dark ride has been built back even further. So that is really good. So on to the next thing, which is the accommodation project. So Paulton's Park at the beginning of this year, or just a few months ago, did reveal plans to build an accommodation site just off towards the back of the park where Cobra stands, and they did not reveal much about the accommodation project, but they did reveal like sort of the accommodation they're looking for. They're looking for something really quirky. They said underground accommodation at one point, which sounds really quirky. Like, staying underground would be really cool, but also tree houses as well, and just they're going for a sort of Scandinavian themed accommodation, and I will get on to why they're going for that, or why I think they're going for that later on in this video. But obviously that is really good for the park for buying accommodation. There is a Premier Inn down the road, but staying on site as a theme park really just makes it a little bit more magical. Now obviously there was no plans for this last year, and the person who was standing on the stage when they were doing the presentation, they said last year that they weren't having any plans of sort of building accommodation, but this year they have. There's no really sort of year that it's going to be building. They're saying around 2030 plus. That's when they're planning to build it, but they don't know yet. Obviously that could be an option. Now that's obviously waiting, a few good years until accommodation is really built, but they don't know when they're going to start building on that accommodation because they've got other amazing plans started. So let's move on to the solar panel project. So the solar panel project is a project that Paulton's Park is going ahead with, and that is they're going to be placing, and they already have placed a ton of solar panels on their car park by building these sort of covers and placing the solar panels on top. So the cars will park underneath and the solar panels will obviously take energy and solar power from the sun. Now, this is really good for Paulton's Park. Obviously, Paulton's Park are now more aiming towards the environment sort of side now. And obviously, you think theme parks in general take a lot of greenhouse gases to power. And obviously, we're pumping all of that into the atmosphere and into the environment, which is obviously damaging carbon dioxide levels. And obviously, all of those sort of environmental problems, which I won't go into just now. But this is really good. Obviously, it's great to see Paulton's Park taking a key action into their theme park by putting solar panels on top of it. Now, on the Superfans Day, they actually were running all of Tornado Springs rides. So, obviously, the roller coaster there, the toy car thing, the gyro swing, they were all running them on solar panel energy. And what I heard, they run amazingly. So, obviously, this is really good for Paulton's Park moving forward. And hopefully the whole park, I think that's the plan, the whole park running on solar energy. Now on to the main event of the Superfans Day, the new area for 2026. The Realm of Vanguard will be the new area coming to Paulton's Park in 2026, themed around the Vikings. Now this was announced last year at the Superfans Day, and a little teaser for a new land coming to Paulton's Park, obviously with the sign of Paulton's Park being inverted with sort of a steel covering and obviously Vikings around it. Now everyone was putting speculation and rumour of what manufacturer are going to be bringing in to make this inverted coaster. Now I can confirm, and the park has confirmed as well, and it is on their website right now, that they are going to be bringing in a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, so the same as the Saw the Ride and also the one at Rage at Adventure Island in Southend. They are going to be bringing in the most thrilling roller coaster they have brought in the park, and the first ever inverted coaster also at the park, with two inversions and standing at 39 feet. The Gerstlauer Eurofighter Dargon will be the new ride and roller coaster at Paulton's Park. Obviously this is going to be very thrilling. It's obviously not going to be aimed at the little ones, of course, like Cobra, and I'll be getting onto Cobra very, very soon, but Dargon is going to be one of those roller coasters where you'll be facing vertically up, like Saw the Ride, before dropping down and intertwining with Cobra, or I'll be getting on to that later. And then we'll be going into your first inversion, and then we'll be doing a few more laps before going into your second inversion. Now, obviously, 2 inversions is quite big for Paulton's Park. Now, obviously, it's done it before. Chessington World of Adventures only last year, or the year before that, brought in their first ever inverted coaster, Mandrill Mayhem. So I'm really looking forward to Paulton's Park bringing in their new coaster, which is going to be inverted and is going to be manufactured by Gerstlauer. Now, not only that, but Gerstlauer is also sticking around for Cobra. Now, Cobra is going to be re-themed. It's the Gerstlauer Amusement Parks. And obviously, that is a roller coaster that goes up. And it's a bit like Rattlesnake, but not the same manufacturer. I'm not too sure. But it's a bit like Rattlesnake. And that's going to be changed to Raven. Now, that is a very different name. It's a bright green track looking at the concept art. And we can't really see the trains properly. But obviously, it is going to be all themed around ravens. Now, I don't really know where the storyline is going for Paulton's Park right now, and I'm really hoping that they're going to be, you know, boosting it up like they did with Ghostly Manor, giving us construction updates, and obviously giving us tons of different updates around the park. Not only that, but for the next few months of 2025, which is going to fly by. Hopefully, they are going to be revealing more on this amazing land. They've revealed a lot on this amazing land already. Now, they did say that it's going to be opening at some point this next year, some point around next year, so around May time. And obviously, that's really exciting because it's only a few months into 2026, and that is what is going to be opening at the back of the park, where Magma, Cobra, and the spinning disc ride is standing right now. Now, Magma is going to be removed from the park and is going somewhere else in the UK. They haven't revealed where, or none of the park has really came out and said where it's going to be going. But my speculation is maybe, could it possibly go into Drayton Manor? That is obviously a family park. Or I was also thinking 2027, could this be going to the speculated Minecraft area for Chessington World of Adventures for 2027? That could be themed around some sort of Minecraft area, and obviously adding to the flat rides at Chessington. And then our engineers are also going to be part of this amazing project for 2026, bringing in a Wild Swing. So they seem really, really unique. It's the UK's first as well, so obviously that's going to be the only ride and the only area that you're really going to be able to experience this ride. But Art Engineering is going to be bringing in, that's what they're going to be bringing in, the manufacturer, for building this Wild Swing. And there is going to be new player equipment and new restaurant and also a new facilities as well. And obviously Paulton's Park is really good with their theming, so hopefully this Vikings area will go down really well. And at the end of that live stream, at the end of Superfans Day, they revealed something is going to be coming for 2027. So we're all left on a bit of a cliffhanger there from Paulton's Park, and it is still going to be themed to Vikings. Now, it is going to be something to do with a lot of water. A lot of people are saying a Max water coaster or a water ride from Mac. Now, obviously, that would be really, really good for a water ride. They only have one log flume in the park, the mini log flume down in Dinosaur's Kingdom, and obviously they removed their classic log flume a few months back, or back in 2024. So a new water ride will be really good. It's still going to be themed to the Vikings, and it's sort of going over where that cloud of mist is going to be in that video that I just showed you. So that is going to be really exciting for 2027, and hopefully construction will be starting on that very soon. But that is all from Paulton's Park, and I'll be keeping you updated on any of the things that I've spoken about in this video. Stay aquatic, everyone, and I will see you in the next one.